the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. Agtegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, Agtegra will link your farm to the future. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. When you're in the need,
your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Dozie's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dozie specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dozie's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
At Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, DRG Media Group.
Pierre Governor Football on River 92.7 is brought to you by Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City, Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, and the Brittany Shufflebind Agency. Governor Football is brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds & Associates, Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Yesway, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, and Access Health Fort Pierre. And Governor Football is brought to you in part by Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, TMA, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Lariat Lanes, Wagner Auto, Gators, Pizza, Pasta and Subs, and Bauman Lumber. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Football. Potsdam Agency, State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden and Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service.
Now, here, Governor Football.
And a very good Friday evening, everybody. A night of high school football coming your way from one of the grandest locations to have a football game in the state of South Dakota. It's Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium on the campus of South Dakota State University tonight. The Governors take on the Brookings Bobcats, both teams with season opening wins last week. The Governors, of course, on Saturday night, defeating Aberdeen Central 54-15. Brookings, here on their home field, was a 26-3 winner over the Watertown Arrows, two teams that pretty much know each other quite well, given how many times they've played meaningful games in the last 2-3 years. Of course, the Governors, a few years back, won a state championship game here when the Dakota Dome was being renovated, and then they came back a couple of years the next season, and Brookings got a regular season win, but the Governors beat them in the championship in the Dakota Dome that season. And then, of course, last year the Bobcats came to Pierre and knocked off Pierre again, 21-14, but the Governors got the last say by winning the state championship, even though that was one of the rare instances where, according to Coach Steele, he was a little upset he didn't get a chance to play Brookings in the playoffs. Maybe wanted to beat them so he could say that he beat everybody. We'll be talking about that with the coach a little bit later on. But a beautiful night for football. Still a little bit warm. It'll cool off, but the field right now is almost all in the shade. It is a little bit breezy, but again, should be a great night for football as the number 1 ranked Pierre Governors in Class 11 AA battle with the number 4 ranked Brookings Bobcats. Plenty to talk about in our pregame show coming up, by the way. We welcome you thanks to our video stream as well. We've got live video courtesy of Caleb Brozick and liveticket.tv, which is also available through the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com. And for the audio call tonight, technical direction back in studio, always done well by Heather Williams. She's with us here once again tonight. Pre-game show coming up. It's sponsored by the Pottsabah Agency, the Becky Pottsabah State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. We've got a look around the state of football in Class 11 AA. We'll take a look at the early season standings and the schedule of games coming up tonight. Take a look at all the big school games and some regional contests that are taking place this evening as well. And we got coaches' comments, keys to success, plenty to talk about with both head coaches tonight. And then starting lineups and a whole lot more. And we get you ready for Friday night under the lights here at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium in Brookings. A 2-minute timeout, and we're back to take a look at the state of football in Class 11 AA in South Dakota. Next, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, live streaming at drgnews.com.
For over 100 years, State Farm Insurance has been there to help whenever you need them. The team at Pottsabah State Farm is your central South Dakota good neighbor. While technology may have changed, you can always expect top-notch customer service from Pottsabah State Farm. They'll take care of all of your insurance and financial service needs, where good neighbor service is their continued priority. Pottsabah State Farm Insurance, with offices in Pierre and Gregory.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Sheriff's Office. No matter how good you are, a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. If you want to know more about the Hughes County Sheriff's Office and their 361 team, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office and the Pierre Govs, winning teams.
Back in Brookings, the new stadium of South Dakota State University, where the Brookings Bobcats are allowed to play. Tonight they host the Pierre Governors. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play coming up. Welcome to our Becky Pottsabah State Farm Insurance Agency pregame show. And the origination of this pregame show and our entire broadcast comes from the broadcast booth, which is sponsored by the folks you just heard from, the Hughes County Sheriff's Office, as we welcome them and thank them for giving us a spot to sit and for all they do, all the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and all first responders as well. Thank you for doing what you do. We are 6 stories up here at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium in the press box, and we're looking down on the field. It's a great view but it's a long ways up the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth tonight. Parents' Night festivities are getting underway here in Brookings, or senior nights, as they've got a number of seniors that are lining the near sideline. And, let's see, I'd estimate about 15 or so, maybe 20 seniors. Cheerleaders and players alike as senior night coming up here in Brookings. Maybe a little bit of an extended pregame on the field that gives us an opportunity to look at a few things as well. Tonight, the Governors against the Bobcats, and we talked about the rivalry between these two teams in recent years, and another edition of that coming up. Here's what's going on in the state of football tonight. As now 11 teams in Class 11 AA, 5 of them got season-opening wins last week. Pierre, Brookings, T-Area, Yankton, and Sturgis with a blanking of Rapid City Central last week. Watertown and Aberdeen, who lost to these two teams, Pierre and Brookings, a week ago. Mitchell, Spearfish, Huron, and Douglas starting the season 0-1. A couple of games occurring tonight, including Pierre at Brookings, also Yankton at Spearfish. Tomorrow night, Huron will go to Watertown, and Douglas will host Rapid City Stevens. I take that back. Those games are going on tonight. 4 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow night, including Aberdeen Central hosting T-Area and Sturgis going to Mitchell to tangle with the Colonels there. So Brookings, Spearfish, Watertown, and Douglas hosting games tonight. 1-11 AAA game going on this evening as Rapid City Central playing in Sioux Falls at Sioux Falls Lincoln. Also in 11 AAA this weekend, Sioux Falls Jefferson battles Sioux Falls Washington. Brandon Valley goes to Harrisburg tomorrow night, and O'Gorman will host Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Out west, as we mentioned, Rapid City Stevens at Douglas, which is tonight. Other regional games that we've got going on in Central South Dakota, KGFX, David Burrell will be at Ole Williamson Field with the Stanley County Buffaloes. Will battle with the Dupree Tigers. And then on 94.5 KPLO, Chamberlain taking a long trip to the southeastern corner of the state as they battle with the Dakota Valley Panthers. KMLO 100.7 FM as Potter County hosting the Faulkton area Trojans. Tomorrow night, Mobridge Pollock will host play a game at Wagner, in fact, on Star 99 of DRG Media Group and drgnews.com. Other regional games have Miller Highmore Herald playing in Menno tonight at Jim River. Lyman hosts Kadoka area. Sully Buttes goes up to the northeastern part of the state to go against Langford, and it'll be Jones County playing down the road at White River tonight. That's a look at the schedule and what's going on as far as the early season standings after just 1 week of football in Class 11 AA. Another 2-minute break, and we'll get into the keys to success with Coaches Conversations, which will be sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. On the way to the break, we'll remind you on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, they remind us all to buckle up every trip, every time. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. 2 minutes and a chat with head coach Steve Steele of the 5-time defending state 11 AA champion Pierre Governors. Keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care are next, and this is Pierre Governor Football.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
With another school year in sports upon us, Beck Motor Company would like to wish all students and staff a great school year. Proud to support our communities for over 50 years, we're here for all your automotive needs. Call us at 224-5912. Visit us at beck-motors.com. Safe travels from everyone at Beck Motor Company in Pierre.
Every day, we're making a great deal better.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
responsibilities and duties, but I think it was a very positive adjustment, that they made with the scheme and kind of mix things up a little bit, just to make it, again, if Coach Thorson's the one calling it now, he had to make sure that it's what he needs and what he's comfortable with, and I think they arrived at a really good product.
Doesn't matter, it's still the best coaching staff in the state. I don't care what anybody says. All right, Brookings Bobcats, the old rivalry renewed now, early season matchup here once again in Brookings. Regular seasons, this team has had your number the last couple of years, and I know last year's loss kind of left a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth, especially when they were the only team in AA you didn't beat last year.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one to go. Really the last 2 years. I mean, they were both really good football games that we just made one less play than they did. And so that's, I think, the most enjoyable part is that these have both been really outstanding football games. The bad part, again, we've been on the short end of both of them, but I think that it's definitely turned into a little bit of a fun rivalry and one that hopefully we can get the better of them tonight.
They beat Watertown 26-3, and I think holding Watertown to 3 points, or any team in AA to that few number of points right to their defense and what they're capable of.
Yeah, their defense is really fast. I think their front seven's probably some of the best that we'll see all season long. Their two inside linebackers are definitely two of the best that we'll see all season long. And I said we're really going to have to hope that being mostly one-way guys, they've got a lot more two-way guys than we do. Not many times we get to say that, but definitely true this week. And hopefully, we can wear them out a little bit easier.
Their offense, you mentioned post-game on Friday night, or Saturday night, that they are very run-oriented, and obviously they've got the horses, but, stay home on those situations, but certainly be ready for that play action.
Yeah, they have a new offensive coordinator, but it's still pretty similar. I'd say that their identity is still the same, just how they're going about running, their identity is a little bit different. But yeah, they've got two really outstanding running backs that both run really hard, get downhill in a hurry, but they're pretty small up front. So, I think their team speed's overall pretty good, but, I think size and strength-wise will be our advantage.
All right, you talk about, let's talk about back on when you're on the offensive end. We mentioned Aberdeen Central was kind of ready to take away the big plays early. You kind of wore into that. You got some big plays later in the game. Do you expect all of your opponents, Brookings included, to maybe kind of try to go with that same MO to start the game?
Yeah, I think with Brookings they will. They're basing out of a 3-deep, shell. So more than likely they're going to keep people back, try and keep things in front, and buy time for their inside linebackers to get home. I said they're really, really good players. Their line is solid, but they're guys that they're going to go to are those two inside linebackers to cause pressure, and sometimes that's your best coverage is having a good pass rush.
And what worked for you is really short passes, and then catch and run. And you talk about Yak with Jet Zabel and Jack Bergwan and those guys the other night, but when does that become a little predictable, a little too predictable perhaps?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the fun part about, the style of offense we're running this year is, I think we had everyone ran really good routes for the most part, and, they opened up their teammates. This last week it happened to be Jet and Jack, and, this week running the exact same stuff, if we did, could be two totally different people that end up having those openings and the windows to get the ball. So, I think they just have to keep running good routes, and then yak yardage is just such a huge component of what we're doing. But they blocked really well for each other, too, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay. Other overall keys against the Bobcats?
I think we've got to win the A-gaps and win first down big on defense. If we get them behind the sticks, they're not a drop-back team. They want to throw out of the play action. When they're in those short, medium distances, they don't want to throw when it's long to go, or that's going to be favoring us.
All right, Coach, go have a good time. Good luck.
Thanks.
Steve Steele, the Governor, head coach, with Coach's comments and keys to success in our broadcast are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. As we'll listen to this from Central Dakota Eye Care when we're back with Brady Clark, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats, as keys to success continue in the Governor pregame.
Central Dakota Eye Care continues to grow. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek. I've recently joined the practice at Central Dakota Eye Care. I'm excited to move back to Pierre, and I'm accepting new patients of all ages. We offer state-of-the-art equipment, trained staff, and the best selection of eyewear and contact lenses. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key to finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 for an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Expect mistakes in the first game. I guess if you can make adjustments as the game goes along, things will improve a little bit. About Watertown, I know they're replacing a big quarterback and receiver combination. Were they able to make any plays at all, or your linebackers and your good defense just dictate the whole game there?
Yeah, they definitely had a good combination last year, and their offensive line, I know they replaced a lot up front there. had some big guys, but Watertown always had some big guys, that's for sure. But they didn't here. You know, they made a few throws on us, but for the most part, we were able to. I can't remember the stat line right now, but we were able to really keep them in check in the passing game. They ended up using a couple different quarterbacks, and it was their running back. You know, he was the one that we were, you know, game planning the most for there, and it was a very, very talented kid, and it's only a junior, and so, you know, he was one that he had a nice game, but we were able to, you know, hold him in check for the most part, and yeah, that's kind of how the game went. So.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned Pierre coming to you this week, and obviously a lot of big things expected with them again. And I know you're up to the challenge. You've been up to the challenge here the last couple of years in the regular season in particular. But what's different this time around? That's going to be you know, from what you saw the last couple of years with this team.
Well, you know, big thing, I guess, on our end is just experience, and, you know, we have, like I said before, a lot of younger guys, you know, playing and, you know, getting their first start even last week, and so can our leaders surrounding them, you know, hold it, you know, keep their heads high, and, you know, not everything's going to go as planned. We know that, and so big goal for us is to, you know, have our leaders make sure that they are helping those younger guys out. And, you know, with Pierre, you know, they have another year of experience, and a lot of guys coming back from championship teams, and that all adds up. It makes a huge difference. And bringing in Agtegra was a big addition for those guys as well, and he's a very, very good football player, no doubt about it. But you know, our guys are just, you know, we're looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge, and you know, we've been preaching all week is just no matter what happens, you go out and you give your best effort, and you know, win or lose, we're gonna, you know, hold our heads high at the end of the game. So,
all right, yeah, big challenge. But what are your overall keys to success in this just the second game of the season?
No, we need to control time of possession, try to keep their offense off the field. Bend, don't break, defensive philosophy. Can we force some turnovers with all the throws that they do make? And can we capitalize on those turnovers on offense? And you know, those three are big ones, and obviously the fundamentals. You know, can we make our blocks? Mental mistakes are huge. Can we tackle? You know, we need to make sure we're sure tacklers, because they do a very good job of some yak after the catch. So, yeah, those are some big ones for us this week.
Hey, Coach, appreciate your time as always, and best of luck tonight and the rest of the season, all right?
All right, thank you. Take care.
There he is, Brady Clark, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. And interesting, one of his last comments talked about yak, and that's yards after catch. Coach Steve Steele talked about it after the game last week. We talked about it again this week in our pregame conversation. That was a huge key to the Governor's success last week. Short passes, but yards after catch, especially with Jet Zabel, who had a huge game. Jack Merkwan had a lot of yards after catch, and didn't really matter who was catching the football. There's a lot of room to run with good blocking downfield. That's probably going to be another key for the Governors tonight. But it will be interesting to see how the line of scrimmage battle plays out, because the Governors have gotten quite a bit bigger, whereas Brookings this year, with what they lost from a year ago, has gotten quite a bit smaller. In fact, their line, which we'll give to you in just a little bit, I've got a 230-pounder out there, a 215-pounder, but they're not a big offensive line, especially in their defensive line isn't all that big either. But the starting lineups will be next. But thanks again to Brady Clark for his comments and keys to success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's take a 2-minute break, and our Becky Potsdam State Farm pregame show continues with the starting lineups, courtesy of Envirotech in Pierre. That's next. This is Governor Football.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Hey, DQ fans, we're giving the people what they want. 2 Blizzard Treats of the Month. That's right. September means pumpkin pie, and the brand new Cinnamon Roll Center's Blizzard Treat have arrived. We're so excited, we just couldn't wait to tell you. Pumpkin pie is a fall classic made with real pumpkin pie pieces. And the new Cinnamon Roll Centers is jam-packed with your favorite soft cinnamon roll pieces. Hurry in and taste them for yourself today. Only at DQ. Happy taste good.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality health care of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota wants your trade. We also want any vehicle that you might be willing to part with. So much so that we'll give you an additional $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you let us buy your vehicle. Yes, $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you sell your vehicle to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Back at SDSU's Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium, as the national anthem has been played very well by the Brookings Pep Band on the field. It's time for the starting lineups, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's meet the Brookings Bobcats. First off, on offense, Justin Kofel is a senior, second-year quarterback at 150 pounds. Good running backs behind him, led by the fullback, Israel Calderon, a senior at 170 pounds. Tyson Brandt will get most of the work out of the backfield, a 185-pound senior. Cole Hockett, a littler running back at a sophomore at 130 pounds. Watch for some quickness out of that youngster as well. Rashay Rogers is a starting wideout, a 150-pound senior. Jackson Hoffman is a senior tight end at 185. And again, the linemen a little bit smaller. Center is James Olson at 215 and a senior. The guards are Andrew Hahn on the left, 175 and a sophomore. Luke Hansen, a junior at 190 on the right guard spot. Tackles are Braden Stadler, a 230-pound junior, and Caleb Lohr, the right tackle, a 200-pound senior. And that's the offense starting for the Brookings Bobcats. The D-line, they do bring a big nose tackle in, Daniel Klug, to start, a senior at 285, flanked by James Olson and Caleb Lohr, who will start both ways on the lines for the Bobcats. The linebackers, a couple of good ones, including Israel Calderon, Jackson Hoffman, who are in that starting offensive alignment. Jackson Eck is a very good linebacker, a senior at 195 pounds, along with Ethan Houtman a junior at 170. The defensive backs include the wide receiver, Richey Rogers, Cole Hockett, and Tyson Brandt, running backs, and also Charlie Biscard, a sophomore, at 150 pounds coming in to start on the defensive end. For head coach Brady Clark, your Brookings Bobcats starting lineup, sponsored by Envirotech in Pierre. We hear from them, and we'll give you the Governors starting this week after this from Envirotech in Pierre.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 605-224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use their mobile app, Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule because of weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Envirotech with the starting lineups for the visiting Pierre Governors tonight. Their first game on the road. Of course, you know a lot of these names, and Lincoln Keenholz is the leader, the quarterback, the senior at 195 pounds. Behind him, the tailback in mostly single setback looks, Brock Mosier, the junior, at 165. Wideouts are Jack Merkwan, the senior, at 185. Had a huge game last week. Cade Kaiser, the junior, at, did I say Merkwan, the junior? Of course, he's a senior. Kaiser, the junior, at 185, and Brecken Kruger, a senior, at 165 pounds, with tight end Jet Zabel, a junior, at 215. We'll see a lot of Jackson Edmond as well, the 200-pound and much taller senior tight end. On the line, the center is Christian Bush, a senior, at 260 pounds. Tackle is or the guards rather, Josh Schwitzer, a senior, at 215. Jason Mishashak, the senior, at 320 pounds. Matthew Coverdale, the 225-pound junior, and the tackle is Matthew Brewer, the 205-pound junior for the Governors. Over on the defensive side, with Jason Mishashak starting both ways, he'll play the nose, flanked by the tackles Josh Rydberg, the senior, at 230, Emmett Anderson, a 225-pound junior. Linebackers will include Jet Zabel starting tonight in place of Elijah Bucci. EJ got a little sick this past week, so he'll be slowed into action if he plays this evening. Trey Lewis, the junior, at 180, Deegan Huska, a senior, at 175, Chance Sarda, the senior, at 160 pounds, and Gavin Stotts in the middle, the 210-pound senior. Cornerbacks are Jaden Weeby, 180-pound senior. Spencer Schonsberg, the junior, at 175, with Jacob Mayer, the senior, free safety, at 175. The defensive alignment for the Governors. And head coach Steve Steele, assisted by Matt Thorson, Nathan Nas, Scott Nye, Adam Spore, Dan Mishashek, Sean Lewis, Jeff Schleckaway, Brevin Kaiser, and Duncan Trow, the full coaching allotment there. As we mentioned in the pregame conversation, probably among the best in the state, if not right there up top. The starting lineups for the Pierre Governors and for the Brookings Bobcats, brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We do have another starting lineup to give to you. It's the naming of tonight's game officials, and our game officials are brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection, as they lead the captains out onto the field to enact the coin toss for tonight. Tonight's game officials, I think from Watertown, Jason Mack is the referee. The umpire is Jordan Sutton. Monty Robinson is the line judge. Kevin Canteen, the head linesman, and the back judge is Greg Canteen. Our game officials, the law on the court from the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. Thanks to them for doing what is oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Jason Mack, Jordan Sutton, Monty Robinson, Kevin Canteen, Greg Canteen, your game officials in the law on the field this evening. Let's take a 2-minute break and we kick it off next. Governor football coming up. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
This Governor's Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Michael Tweet was one of the most versatile athletes that ever wore a Pierre Governor uniform. On the football field, Tweet earned All-State honors 3 consecutive years, but the basketball court was Tweet's love. A 2-time first-team All-State selection, he also was a finalist for the Mr. Basketball Award his senior year. And don't forget, he was a 2-time state high jump champion as well. Michael Tweet, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor's Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Welcome back as our Becky Pottsbeth State Farm pregame show is complete, and the opening kickoff sponsored by Comtech in Pierre. A good one from Jared Erickson, taking Jaden Wiebe all the way to the far side. Inside the 10-yard line, he had to pick it up right against the sideline, brought it back toward the middle of the field across the 10, but gets upended at the 14-yard line. As far as Brookings is concerned, who kicks off, they deferred the opening kick, but the Governors receive. But I'll tell you what, a long field, and that's kind of the way the Governors had to start last week as well after Wiebe muffed the opening kickoff punt. But we'll see what happens as we are underway. Welcome to Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium. The Governors on the road for the first time this season, wanting to throw right away, looking for Jack Merkwan, and overthrown out across the 40-yard line by Lincoln Keenholz, almost picked off here by Rashay Rogers. He had an opportunity, and you just don't see misses like that from Lincoln Keenholz very often. I've been watching him last week, watched him in practice a little bit, and all the deep throws he makes, he usually dropped right down into the receiver's hands. We're getting quite accustomed to seeing things like that. It'll be 2nd and 10. There is a bit of a breeze, though, coming tonight as Lincoln Keenholz looking to the left side. He has Merkwan this time. It'll be close to a first down, maybe right at the line to gain, as the near side official will mark it at about the 24-yard line. They'll mark it right on the 24. This is a gain of 10. Well, they're going to move it back, and it will not. Yeah, that does match up with where the near side official was. So this will have to be a gain of 9 instead. First catch by Merkwan here tonight. But a 3rd and inches situation, and the officials are going to let it play out. They don't need a measurement. The Governors will have to go 3rd and short. And so far, quickness on defense, exactly what Steve Steele talked about with these Bobcats. Keenholz with a keeper, straight up around left tackle, up across the 25 to the 30 to about the 31. And a pickup of 8 as the Governors will move the chains. Bend but don't break is what Brady Clark wants from the Brookings Bobcats. They know the Governors will move the ball, and they'll be very efficient, as they'll have to play for the against the run, or against the pass rather. They have to take their chances against the run as well. Near hash mark, Governors moving in from a right to left fashion. A lot of time here. Now flushed out of the pocket. Keenholz is on the run, wants to go downfield, and he's got Cade Kaiser in Brookings territory. Far side across the 50-yard line, run out of bounds at the Bobcat 45. So a well-played effort here by the Governors, especially on that offensive line. They get into Bobcat territory as Keenholz had all day to throw. A pickup of 24. Keenholz 2 for 3 to start. Cade Kaiser, only a couple of grabs last week, but watch out for him. You take Merkwan and Zabel out of the picture, Cade Kaiser can burn you just the same. First touch here for Brock Mosier on first down as he starts left and counters back to the right. Up the far seam, and a good gain here for Brock inside the Brookings 40-yard line down near the 36. Just like that, 9 more in the first carry of the night for Brock Mosier. Sets up 2nd and 1. The Governors are on the move in their opening drive that started all the way back on their own 14-yard line. Play number 6 coming here. Brookings jumps. They're into the backfield, and that'll be a motion penalty as the Governors draw them offside. Too quick of a start for Jackson Hoffman. And the Governors will pick up a first down with the 5-yard movement of the chains inside the 35 down to the 31. Here in home white, road white tonight with the green numbers and trim, green helmets, of course, white pants, white jerseys. Brookings on their home field in red jerseys with black pants. They've got the red helmets with Bobcat claw marks on the left side and Bobcat player numbers on the right side of their helmets. Here's Mosier in motion, leading the way to the right side. Keenholz will follow him. They'll cut up the numbers inside the 30-yard line, then hit and dropped at about the 27-yard line. Jackson Eck, who we mentioned in pregame, one of the best that we'll see out there in the linebacking core or from anybody on that defensive side of the football. Kruger and Kaiser are flanked wide to the right. Jack Merkwan by himself here to the near side left. Jet Zabel a tight end left. Jackson Edmond a tight end right. 5 eligible receivers. Here's Merkwan on the slant up the seam, and he's inside the 20 to the 15, and the ball came out. Was it late? Jack Merkwan says he was down. The officials will confer as they are right there at the 10-yard line at the end of the play. And it looks like the Governors will get to keep the football. Merkwan fortunate to be ruled down, and a gain of 16 spotted at the 11-yard line. Good play. You had the crossing motion from Jet Zabel off of the left tight end spot. He went on the flag route as Merkwan came on the slant inside to the middle. First down and goal, or first and 10 rather, at the 11. In motion, give it to Mosier on the jet sweep, but nothing doing here. And this play is stuffed for a loss. Good job by the right side of the defensive line. Very athletic play here for James Olson, and a loss of a half a yard for Mosier. We'll still call it 2nd and 10. And it'll be second down from there. 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. No score, the opening drive of the game. The Governors will have their 9th play of the drive, which started all the way back at their own 14-yard line. Receivers to the left are bunched up. Now Mosier in motion out to the right side. Keenholz rolling that way. He'll throw underneath, and he keeps it out of the reach of the Bobcats, who had that one well covered. Jet Zabel on the crossing route, the intended receiver. But I think Israel Calderon was in there to interrupt that play. You hear some of the noise, and the Brookings fans, boy, I'll tell you what, Brookings is going to want this game awfully bad. They want to prove that the last 2 regular season victories by the Bobcats have been no accident, even though the Governors, of course, have been the state champions in each of those 2 years, plus another 3 before that. 8:03 clock, first quarter, 3rd down and 10.5. From the 11, and it looks like a delay of game with a flag thrown here by the back judge under the goalpost. Here's first penalty. We'll mark them 5 yards back to the 16-yard line. We'll see how the Governors respond to that. Obviously, they're a big play offense. They'll be able, if they get the look they want, to put something in motion, but it'll be up to the guys to execute. Near hash mark, right to left, well to our left as we take a look at this one from the 6th story of Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium's press area. Keenholz on the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, floats one up into the end zone, caught, touchdown. It's Jet Zabel. Quiet on the first drive until the Governors strike with a 16-yard touchdown pass from Keenholz to Zabel. Jet caught 3 last week. He's got a 4th here to start the scoring tonight. Keenholz calmly backed up a couple of steps, then he just stepped up into that pocket, floated it out there, and Zabel in a little bit of traffic, but plenty of space. 6-0 Governors. Andrew Campia, the kicker. First opportunity tonight is good on a PAT, and the Governors with 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Score on a 9-play drive, and they lead the Bobcats by the score of 7-0. A 30-second break. We're back for the Governor Kick. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
It seems like whenever you're working on something, it never fails. You always drop that screw in the hardest to find spot. And of course, without any lights. This week, Rosenberg Implement can help. Save 8% on all in-stock flashlights this week. Ensure that your vehicle, gator, or farm equipment has a flashlight within easy reach and save 8%. See the parts professionals this week at Rosenberg Implements.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Music on camera for live ticket, drgnews.com. You can watch this one live, and when it's all said and done, you'll be able to watch it back on demand at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Heather Williams running technical direction in studio as well. Nice night for football. A little bit warm in the 80s when we got here, but as we mentioned, the entire stadium and even the Pierre fans on the far side are in the shade. And a good, comfortable night. This is Keenholz to kick off as Campia does the place kicking. Bobbled at the 10-yard line on a hop, but then picked up and on the move out to the left side across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 is Ryan Bauman. Bauman is a 165-pound senior kick return specialist. He'll be dropped by the Governors, and we'll see where the Bobcats will have it to set up shop on their first drive of the game. They spot him at the 24. And we'll see what Brookings can do on offense. And again, small offensive line. You've got an athletic big group headed up by Jason Mishashak on the nose for the Governors. Emmett Anderson and Joshua Rydberg are the 3 down linemen. Trey Lewis and Jet Zabel will be the outside linebackers. Gavin Stotts in the middle of that core. Justin Kofeld will take a shotgun snap inside handoff and a pretty good gain right off the bat here. And it's Tyson Brandt, the featured backer. He will get 6 across the 30 to about the 31. We'll call it the 30, though. Brandt's a great athlete. He made the finals of his weight class in the state wrestling tournament a year ago. He's been around here for 3 years and as a starter. Justin Kofeld in his second year starting at the quarterback spot. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, and this one through the hands. It's up in the air and caught by Gavin Stotts. Near sideline on the interception. 20-15. Run out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and the intended receiver, Cole Hockett, just a sophomore, maybe heard the footsteps. The ball popped up into the air, and Stotts running over from the middle linebacking spot. Able to return it all the way down to the Brookings 11-yard line. First takeaway by the Governors this season. They didn't get a takeaway from Aberdeen Central a week ago. But they've got a golden opportunity here, spotting at the Brookings 11-yard line after the takeaway here. The interception from Gavin Stotts. So Lincoln Keenholz will start up on the near hash mark in the pistol with Brock Mosier behind him. Straight ahead comes Mosier on the handoff. He keeps his legs moving. Inside the 10, down to about the 7. And we'll give him 4 there. It'll be second down. Actually, it looks like 5 to the 6. Mosier running well so far, 14 yards on his 3 carries. He'll be in the backfield once again, next to Lincoln Keenholz this time. Ball's a little more to the right inside the near hash mark. Here goes Brecken Kruger in motion. Second down and 5 from the 6. Floater out, and this one is Kruger unable to get through traffic. He was well covered out there. And Keenholz wisely throws it away and out of bounds. Keenholz 4 of 7 through the air so far tonight. 7-0 Governors. We've got 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. 16-yard touchdown pass on the opening drive of the game from Keenholz to Zabel. And moments ago, a pickoff by Gavin Stotts, who returned it down to the Brookings 11-yard line. But here now, Pierre has it 3rd and 5. Christian Bush to snap, but Keenholz wants to come straight up the middle, cuts to the left, has a seam, touchdown! Right up the near hash mark, and Lincoln Keenholz following those much bigger blockers. The Governors able to move the line of scrimmage forward about 6 yards into the end zone as Keenholz able to run it in. From there, his second rushing touchdown of the season. The Governors lead 13-0. Turnovers turned into points on this possession by Pierre on the road. Can't be out of the hold of Keenholz. The Brookings defensive line on the left side will jump. And it's a false start by the Governors, so that'll be backing things up a little bit. I believe Jackson Edmond, the guilty party, number 80, was mentioned there. So Campia, instead of about a 20-yard kick, will have to try to get one from 25. He did attempt a field goal of 39 yards last week. That was blocked as he kicked it a little bit low. You have to get under it this time. The kick this time is up and good. No problem for Andrew Campia, and the Governors lead by 2 early scores. It's 14-0 with 6:07 to play here in our first quarter. Back to Brookings after a 30-second timeout. The Governors will kick. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Have all of your painting supplies at the
14-0 Governors after a Gavin Stotts interception, which was a pass that went through the hands of the intended Brookings receiver, Cole Hockett. Popped up in the air. Stotts just able to run it down, returned it to the 11. 3 plays later, a 6-yard touchdown run by quarterback Lincoln Keenholz. And despite the false start penalty, Andrew Campia with a 25-yard kick for +1, and the Govs lead 14-0, 6:07, about halfway through our first quarter of play. One other score so far out west, Rapid City Stevens, who had a big win over Sioux Falls, Washington in week 1 last week, out to a 14-0 lead on the Douglas Patriots. Keenholz kicks this time. It's far side, taken at the 5-yard line. Bauman up the numbers. A flag will be thrown from the far side official as Bauman reaches out to about the 20 and then stopped by the Governors there. Riche Rogers, the return man this time. But we'll check the marker on the field. Usually a holding penalty or something like that, maybe a block in the back, but yep, that's a block in the back here against the Bobcats. And that'll move them back half the distance to the goal. Flag was left right there at the 10-yard line, or the 20, so the Brookings Bobcats will start at their own 10-yard line, half the distance back. 6:01 to go here in Brookings. Bobcats with a 26-3 victory over the Watertown Arrows. A team the Governors will see on the road in their next road game after tonight, 3 weeks from tonight. Give me another look at the schedule in just a little while here as Tyson Brandt will take a pitch out from Justin Kofeld. Doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage, trying to go far side, the short side of the field. And the Governors had 3 or 4 players in the rush. Jet Zabel again starting for E.J. Bucci at linebacker tonight. One of them coming away from the play, Jaden Wiebe. From the defensive backfield as well, Joshua Rydberg may have gotten through the right side of that defensive line. It's a loss, actually right back to the line of scrimmage. They still have him at the 10-yard line, Tyson Brandt. And the Bobcats, Hockett in motion right to left, but they'll come straight up. Hockett maybe a couple yards. Looks like he might even have 3 to the 13. And I believe they said that was Israel Calderon. Izzy, the senior fullback, will have his first carry of the night. 3 on that one, but 3rd and a long 7 yet for Brookings, deep in their own territory. In fact, still in the red zone as we're under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Already 2 quick strikes by the Governors. They lead 14-0. Kofel in the shotgun sends a flanker in motion, left to right, wants to float it out to him, has a man, and it's Tyson Brandt, caught at the 30-yard line. Trey Lewis giving chase. Brandt falls ahead to the 31. Well-timed pass there. And a good receive by Brandt, who had to spin around and catch it over his back shoulder. 18-yard gain. Kofel, whose first pass was intercepted, completes his first of 2 attempts here tonight. First down picked up by the Cats. And they have it at the 31-yard line as the clock starts up again, down to 4:20, counting down here in the first. Near hash mark, left to right for the Bobcats in red jerseys and black pants. A little motion from left to right, and trying a little deception. Brandt coming around the right side and going to get a couple to the 33. Jet Zabel the first to get to him. 3 carries for Brandt and a 3-yard average, 2nd and 8 so far. Way up here at the press box at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium, only Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls can compare to a view like this from this far away. Brandt in motion again from the left side. They give it to him, but the ball's on the ground as Trey Lewis got in there and really blew that play up. He almost took the handoff himself. Bobcats get back on it. It'll be a loss on the play back to the 26, and they're fortunate they still have this possession. That's a loss of 7 on the fumble. And the clock will continue to run, but now 3rd and long has them at 3rd and 15. Line to gain at the 41-yard line. They'll send 3 receivers to the right, tight end to the left. Along the line of scrimmage, and Calderon in the backfield. Kofel has to get rid of the rush. He is able to stay on his feet, but it's picked off again. At the 30-yard line here, the Governors with another interception. Number 27 is Spencer Eastland, the 170-pound junior. Kofel forced to throw because the Governors were quickly into the backfield again. 2nd interception of the night forced by Pierre. And they've got another short field this time on the Bobcat 25-yard line with 2:49 to play. Spencer Eastland making the defensive play this time. So the Governors leading 14-0, looking for more now with Keenholz back out there to lead the show. Mosier in the backfield, check it, that's Trey Lewis getting a chance on offense. We got a flag in the backfield, pass caught at the 5 by Jet Zabel through 2 defenders. A would-be touchdown, but where this one was thrown, it may be coming back. For now, a 25-yard touchdown pass from Keenholz to Zabel, but Lincoln Keenholz staying back in the backfield. And it is a holding penalty against the Governors. So that'll back them up as the flag rests inside the 30-yard line. About 4.5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the foul will get marked off from there. And they'll spot the football all the way back to the 38-yard line. So 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, they say. And it'll be 1st down and 23. 2:42 on the first quarter clock. There goes Kruger in motion left to right. Keenholz looking left. Now over the middle of the field, finds his safety valve. That is Zabel at the 30-yard line. Tries to move up the far hash mark, but can't break free of the hold from Israel Calderon. Pretty good pass play to chip away into that 1st and 23 margin, but this one comes back to the 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 11. Zabel's second grab. His first one was a 16-yard touchdown. Didn't get the 25-yarder a moment ago. Maybe he'll get another one coming up. Keenholz, quick fire this time through the hands of Zabel. He had Zabel coming across on a short route from right to left. He had Brecken Kruger about another 4 or 5 yards behind them. I'm not so sure that pass wasn't initially intended for Kruger on the slightly deeper route. Incomplete pass here. Keenholz 5 out of 9 so far. Unofficially 76 yards and a touchdown. He also has a 6-yard score on the ground. 2:07 to go. 3rd and a dozen here for the Governors. Kruger's in motion. Wideouts both sides. Out on the edges. Keenholz to the first down marker. The pass is caught at the 15-yard line. And this is Jack Merkwan. Boy, when Merkwan caught that ball, he was all by himself, and all he had to do was wait for it to get there. Brookings was trying to close, but Merkwan from the 15-yard line and then moves inside the 10 before Jackson Eck wrestles him down all the way to the 9. That's a pickup of 18. From Keenholz to Merkwan. 3rd grab for Jack. 1st and goal inside the 10. Now Keenholz on the roll out to the right. Fires. Another flag is down and a would-be touchdown here. Pass caught by Jackson Edmond, I believe. It's a long ways away. That far corner, it's going to be hard to see numbers tonight, but we have another holding penalty ruled against the Governors. Resting at the 13-yard line is the flag, so they may be marked back against. 2nd holding penalty that marks away or wipes away a would-be touchdown for the Governors on this drive alone. After a Spencer Eastland interception that started them at the 25, they've progressed all the way to the 9 after being backed up to the 38, and now they're backed up to the 23-yard line. Already 4 penalties and 30 yards marked against the Governors here tonight. With 1:34 to go, 1st quarter, Pierce still leads 14-0. 1st and goal from the 23. Keenholz has to elude the rush. A penalty coming in the backfield once again, and Keenholz will throw this one away. Christian Bush tackled the defensive lineman at the 30-yard line. And an easy call with a flag thrown by 2 different officials, both the referee and the umpire. Got him on this one, and now the Governors are going to be marked back all the way to the 40-yard line. Five penalties tonight. At least this one didn't wipe away a touchdown like the first 2 did, but how many times have you ever had 1st and goal from the 40-yard line? That's where the Governors are. And here's the thing, you know, when they snap all of their plays into the pistol or the shotgun formation, most of these penalties in the backfield, these holding calls, are a few yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it's extra yardage in penalty yardage, as it turns out. Keenholz on 1st and goal from the 40. Plenty of time. Going to roll out to his right. Going to tuck and run into the 40 to the 35. He'll run out of bounds. And then at the 30, 2 Brookings players collide with each other. Keenholz will only get 5 yards here to the 35, but positive play nonetheless at the very least, and you've got a few more downs to work with. 2nd down and goal from the 35. 1st quarter clock stopping as the play goes out of bounds with 1:19 to go. 14-0 Governors. Opening drive that went 86 yards. A Keenholz to Zabel's 16-yard pass play for a score. And then after a Gavin Stotts interception, Keenholz ran one in from 6 yards out. Keenholz pump fake. Now to the left side. Looked like he might have gone away from Zabel and chose to go to Jackson Edmond this time, and Edmond had to lunge for it. To his left at the near hash mark at about the 19-yard line, unable to haul it in. 3rd and goal from the 35. For the Governors. And Governors, I'm sure the coaching staff is thinking, dang these penalties, but Governor fans are probably thinking, let's have some fun. Keenholz will throw underneath, and it's caught. Backing into a defender as a tight end. We've got a flag in the backfield, and then a flag thrown at the end of the play as Jet Zabel got hit hard from behind. And that may be a personal foul against a defenseless receiver, which in my opinion going to be a tough call against Brookings. They just made a football play, but the concern here is yet another flag in the Governor backfield. setting at the 36-yard line. Actually, this is ineligible man downfield. Jason Mack giving the signal on that one. Oh, I guess the second flag was for the same offense. They'll take the result of the play and decline the penalty, will the Bobcats. So Zabel with the grab to the 24-yard line is a gain of 11, but it's 4th and goal from the 24. And the Bobcats will take their chances here. I'm sure they know Pierre isn't going to kick it from the 24-yard line, which would be about a 41-yard field goal from here. Here we'll see what they can do, see if they can throw one to the end zone. Kruger in the slot left, Merkwan wide left to our near side. It's Cade Kaiser far right. Zabel and Edmond in the tight end spot to the left side over the middle. Zabel had it, or Edmond rather. It's off of his fingertips and then intercepted at the goal line as Zabel will come up and make the tackle. Intercepted by Spencer Christie, a 130-pound senior, or rather Jacob Biscard. Charlie Biscard, number 4, instead of Christie, who was number 1. They've got skinny numbers on their backs. There's an interception, though, thrown by Keenholz. So the Bobcat defense turns away the Governors this time. And I'll say this for Brookings, give them credit. What Steve Steele said about their defense, they are quick, and they are creating quite a bigger challenge for the Governors this week than the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagle defense did in the first half last week. So 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 15. They'll give it to their big man, Brandt. Up the middle as he is dropped for a 3, maybe a 4-yard gain. Gavin Stotts on the stop, but the umpire throws a flag back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like we'll have a holding penalty on this play, this time called against the Bobcats. That's the assumption. No, face mask, Governors. Face mask of the 5-yard variety, so give 3 yards to Brandt on the run to the 18, and then add 5 more on the face mask by the Governors. And it's still first down. Essentially 8 yards on the pickup, but it's 1st and 2. Here already with 6 penalties, 3 holds. And now 3 5-yard penalties in this first half, first quarter alone. Brandt will make his way across the 25, going right between center and right guard. Short gain, but good enough for a first down, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Assuming once they start the clock again, Brookings will let the last 13 seconds tick away, as they'll come to the sideline to talk with their coaching staff. Good first quarter scoring-wise for the Governors, but a high percentage situation was turned away because of penalties and a Brookings interception. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Governors lead the Brookings Bobcats by the score of 14-0. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We'll pause for 60 seconds. Actually, let's pause for 30 seconds. We remind you that Governor
Store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us, broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
Welcome back to Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium at South Dakota State University. Brookings, South Dakota. Governor football on River 92-7 tonight. Pierre scores on their first 2 possessions, led 14-0 with 6:07 to play, and after their second takeaway via the interception, they had it set up at the Brookings 25-yard line, but 3 holding penalties later, And the Governor, actually the last of which was declined, but the Governors kind of backed themselves into a goal-to-go, very long yardage situation. Lincoln Keenholz, where the tipped pass was intercepted at the goal line. And right now, Brookings, a couple of plays into this possession, has it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Teams will switch directions. Bobcats in red with black pants, heading now from right to left, which is south to north. Pass, the snap is bobbled in the handoff attempt, and right there to pick it up are the Governors, and this is E.J. Bucci. He didn't start tonight, but he's in there this time. And the third turnover by the Brookings Bobcats, this one on a bobbled snap and a handoff exchange. Bucci picks it up, and the Governors are in business in the Brookings side of the field once again. 3 seconds in to our second quarter. 1st and 10 for Pierre at the 23-yard line of the Bobcats. Keenholz in the pistol. Brock Mosier behind him. Takes the handoff following the left side of the line of scrimmage. Out near the numbers on the far side. And a good 3-yard surge here inside the 20 down to the 19. In fact, give Mosier 4 on his 4th carry of the night. Brookings with 3 possessions, now 3 turnovers. Pierre, who didn't get a takeaway in a 54-15 win over Aberdeen Central a week ago, has 3 of them early on tonight, looking to add to a 14-0 lead. They've got 2nd and 6 into the red zone now. Second quarter just underway. Glad to have you tonight, whether you're on River 92.7 or drgnews.com. Maybe you're watching this on your smart TV. Thanks to liveticket.tv or gogovslive.com. A timeout will be taken here by the Governors with 11:10 to play in quarter number 2. Timeouts in our broadcast sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. Grab a Coke and be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. The Corner, the best Western.
Now you can book flights from Pierre Regional Airport through United.com and American Airlines. If traveling to Denver, schedule your flight at DenverAirConnection.com. Plus, the morning flight is at 8:20, allowing you to connect to the majority of continued flights. Avoid the crowds, enjoy free parking, and no driving when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. 50 passenger jets and a 1-hour direct flight to Denver. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport.
Well, back in Brookings, tried to take a minute for that timeout, but both teams were back out there quite quickly, and a 5-yard surge for Brock Mosier on a redirect. A lot of people went left. Mosier went right. It's a 3rd and 1 here as Keenholz will keep it. Shift outside. 15-10. 5 to the pylon and a touchdown. Lincoln Keenholz to the short side of the field. A quarterback keeper from 14 yards out. And the Governors turn a turnover by Brookings into a touchdown for the 2nd time tonight, and they lead 20-0 with 10:28 to play. Keenholz' 5th carry of the night, his 2nd touchdown on the ground. And Andrew Campia will try to kick one into the other end zone goal post here. It's up and good. Campia's 3 kicks have been very good tonight. One of them even had to be 5 yards longer. A little earlier, 3 for 3. Now the Governors up their lead at 21-0 over the home team at Brookings Bobcats. 30 seconds, and Pierre will kick again when we return with more Pierre Governor football.
Ramcota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramcota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramcota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Knowles wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Tonight, he had 7 total scores last week. He's got 10 now here in the early going of the season. Less than a game and a half in. Knowles kicks from left to right. This will hop at the 7 and then bounce a couple more times into the end zone, guarded by Brookings as Rashay Rogers lets it go. So the Bobcats will have it 1st and 10 after the touchback at their own 20-yard line. Well, Brookings right now probably can't be concerned about the score on the board. What they need to do is hang on to the football. And the key to success, which I believe is going to be the case for anybody playing Pierre this year, but Brady Clark mentioned it in our keys to success in the pregame show. They need to control the time of possession. But you're not going to do that if you keep turning the football over. The Governors have had takeaways that set them up at the Brookings 11, 25, and 23-yard line. They were not able to score on the middle of those two, but they did score on their opening possession on offense. Here's Gavin Stotts with a tackle for loss as Izzy Calderon is dropped back at the 19-yard line. Loss of 1 here. Stotts seemed to be quiet last night. Usually look to get a bunch of tackles, and so far I think he's coming up big in that department. Even has one of the 2 interceptions that the Governors have picked off here tonight. 2 minutes gone by here, second quarter, 21-0. It's the Governors on top. Tight end in motion. Oh, that's Tyson Brandt. Here's Kofel. Has to elude a rush again. Doing a good job of that. 15-yard line. He throws downfield, but he can't get it to his intended receiver out to the 45. That pass fell about 2 yards shy. Can't see the number right now, but I believe that is the tight end. Or is that Brandt? No, it's Tyson Brandt out of the backfield. Just couldn't get back to it. Middle of the field had opened up. A lot of the Governor defense rolled with the quarterback to the far side of the field. Well, this will be 3rd and 11 now for the Bobcats, with the ball splitting the hash marks right in the middle of the field. 3rd and 11 from the 19. Man in motion. Kofel has to dump it off. Short, and they're going to lose another yard. Good coverage here by Stotts and by Trey Lewis, as the pass is caught by Austin Anderson, a 155-pound junior. Well, Brookings doesn't turn it over, but on 3rd and, well, they give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, so a gain of 0. And the punter will have to come in and kick one away for the first time, same as the place kicker, Jared Erickson. As the clock runs outside of 9 minutes to go here in our first half. Lewis and Wiebe, the deep men. Erickson kicks it from his own 7-yard line. It'll take a bounce at the Brookings 45, and it'll pretty much sit right there. If that's a golf shot, that's pretty good. Sticking right where it lands, and Pierre will have it again in Brookings territory, but this time a lot more ground to cover. They have it at the 47-yard line. So the Governors with 8:49 to play, already leading 21-0, and another chance for more. See what Keenholz and company can come out and get accomplished this time. They'll start with a spread out from the middle of the field. 2 wides left, 1 wide to the right. That's Merkwan to our side of the field. Keenholz is looking left the whole way. Now has to tuck and run. Finds Merkwan over the middle, and then a nice effort by the defender. Breaking it up is the linebacker, Jackson Eck. Merkwan had it, but Eck comes in there and gets his hands on Merkwan's forearms to knock it loose, and it falls incomplete. Again, look at the protection, though, by that front line. The much bigger offensive line of the Pierre Governors. Brookings has gotten through a few times. They're playing a pretty good game. 3 down linemen for the Bobcats here. Keenholz back to throw. Sidearms one underneath. This is Jackson Edmond with his first catch of the night, and he'll have it inside the 35 and a first down gain to the 34. Pickup of 13. I think Edmond definitely wanted that one back. He had one off of his fingertips that ended up in an interception, his last target. But this one good for 13 yards to the Brookings 34-yard line. 1st and 10 from here for the Governors, moving left to right. They'll keep it on the ground with Mosier with running room around the right side of the line. Picking up 5, maybe 6 inside the 30 to the 29. And we'll call it 5. Good first down pickup. Mosier with 28 yards on 6 totes now. As we're under the 8-minute mark of the first half, second quarter. Pierre leading 21-0. 3 takeaways by the defense, 3 touchdowns and 4 possessions by the offense so far. Another sidearm, quick hitter to Zabel on the near side from the 30. Approaches the 20-yard line before being wrapped up and pushed back. Gavin Hamrick, a 170-pound freshman, leading the way, and Ethan Houtman also getting his name called here in Brookings. To the 21, a pickup of 8 from Keenholz to Zabel. Zabel, who caught 13 balls last week, has 4 so far tonight, including a 16-yard touchdown on the first drive of the game. 1st and 10, moving the chains here for the Governors. Mosier in motion left side. Keenholz rolls that way, and he'll float it to Mosier upfield inside the 15-yard line, out of bounds at the 13. Another 8-yard pickup. First grab for Brock tonight. That's just another play here where Keenholz, he buys some time by rolling out. He's looking further downfield. Brookings covering things up. Keenholz will take the underneath route. 8 yards for Mosier, 2nd down and 2 at the 13 here as the Governors are in business again. From the pistol. Kruger in motion left to right. Fake the handoff. No, it is a handoff attempt. Mosier loses the football, and the Bobcats apparently, well, they had the opportunity, but is it Kruger that comes back and falls on it? Oh, nope, it's Keenholz. Keenholz was going for the recovery, and it looked at first like he overran the football, and Brookings had 2 guys going after it, but Keenholz somehow comes up with it. So both teams mishandling some snaps and some handoffs here. Governors will have this one marked on a loss of 9 back to the 22-yard line. 3rd and 11. Keenholz over the middle here. Edmond has it at the 10, tries to make a move. He'll have first down yardage, and forward progress will be stopped apparently at the 9 by Ethan Houtman. Now Edmond's starting to become another weapon in the receiving core of this Governor offense. 13 yards, his second 13-yard pickup, his second first down picked up on this drive. As if Merkwan and Zabel, Kaiser in particular, weren't enough. Now defenses will have to deal with the second tight end, who's even taller than the first one. Option pitch. Mosier has it. Hustling inside the 10. Eck is there. So is Brandt on defense. And down to the 7 rumbles Brock Mosier. Just a gain of 2 here. First down and goal to go situation. Now 2nd down and goal. From the 7-yard line. Governors starting to chew that time of possession and eat the clock here on offense. We're at 5.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Kruger starts left. He's coming back to the right. Kaiser is at the short side, wide out, near side of the field. Merkwan all by himself out to the right. Mosier shifts, and so does Kruger, and we'll have a flag thrown here. This play will not happen. Actually, no flag. It's a timeout. Maybe sensing some trouble is Steve Steele. Already 2 charged timeouts here for the Governors. This one comes at the 5:13 mark of quarter number 2. Pierre looking for more, leading 21-0, 2nd and goal from the 7 after this 30-second timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. And Pierre, this is Governor football.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Out of the timeout here, welcome back. Pierre leading 21-0. Speaking of bowling league signups, I happen to coach youth bowling in Pierre on Saturdays, and our season starts next Saturday. If you'd like to get your kids involved in the sport of bowling, contact the Lariat Lanes. Love to have them. Here's Jet Zabel and a quick pass on 2nd and goal from the 7. He'll just fight through 3 defenders only to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a yard on this play at best. Nope, they'll spot him at the 7 as Houtman runs him down once again. Well, a catch is a catch is a catch, though, and Zabel now has 5 of those. 4:45 to go. Bracken Kruger checking out as Edmond will come in off the far sideline. Keenholz in the pistol on 3rd and goal from the 7. Handoff up the middle, and it's Mosier straight ahead, touchdown. Brock Mosier with a head of steam as soon as he hits that line of scrimmage. Brookings didn't expect the pass this time, and Mosier ran right up the Red Sea on the left side of the offensive line. Touchdown from 7 yards out, his first score of the season. 11th touchdown of the season for the Governors now in the first game and a half. And the first one that didn't involve Lincoln Keenholz. For what it's worth, here comes Campia for a PAT. Low kick, but it's up and through. He's 4 for 4, and the Governors up there lead now to 28-0 on a 10-play scoring drive that we'll recap when we come back off of a 30-second break. Governor football faring quite well so far here in Brookings on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Keenholz's kick from left to right, and this one high end over end, a little bit short. Be taken at the 12-yard line by Rashay Rogers here on the near side. Flag thrown quickly across the 20. Rogers will be wrapped up at about the 23, right where that flag is thrown as well. Well, these officials tonight have thrown a number of flags so far. This one most likely against the Bobcats. And a block in the back here. And with 4:20 to go here in the second quarter, Bobcats will have to start deep in their own territory in the red zone once again. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. Clock sitting at 4:20. Bobcats would love to get some offense going here yet in the first half as they trail now 28-0. And a pre-snap penalty coming here, and it looks like maybe a false start by one of the wideouts. Out on the far side. So another penalty here, 4th by the Bobcats. We'll mark them back 5, and it'll become 1st and 15 at their own 8-yard line. Bobcats have struggled on offense so far. Definitely would love to get a little bit better field position going. Izzy Calderon in the backfield. You got 2 receivers to the right, a couple of tight ends left. One of them is Tyson Brandt. He'll motion to the backfield, take the snap, and the handoff straight up the middle, go nowhere as the Governors will wrap him up. Brandt for a yard, maybe 2, it looks like, to the 10. Things that may have worked against the Watertown defense last week for the Bobcats, not quite so much against a bigger line by the Governors. Jason Mishayshak there in the middle. Austin Longdo, who played a good ball game last week. And Baxter Shrimp, it looks like a 79 out there. Might be getting some time at the nose also. This is 28, once again, Austin Anderson with a touch. His first rushing attempt, but this one is a -1 for Brookings as well. Brookings tries to do it on the ground mostly. They want to set up play action, but if you're not effective with the run, play action really won't work. You're just going to have to straight throw it here on 3rd and 14, most likely. Kofel back, steps up. Pump fakes. Now he throws a wobbler up in the air. 2 Governors in defense, and one of them's broken up. The opportunity to haul it in, but Tyson Brandt breaks it up, and it was Spencer Schonsberg who had the biggest opportunity to get an interception. Well covered by the Governors, but again, Kofel, who tried to throw it, he wanted to float one long to Tyson Brandt up the numbers here on the near side, but that ball slips out of his hands, and he had a wounded duck up in the air. So Jared Erickson will have to punt for the 2nd time in a row. He's standing in among the blue and gold checkers. The SDSU color theme in their home field at Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium. SDSU with a big game at Iowa tomorrow. Here's an Erickson punt that'll bounce at the Brookings 35, and it'll get about 6 more yards, maybe 7, down outside the 41-yard line. But the Governors will once again play and start a drive in the Brookings side of the field. 2:46 to go here in the first half. Governors with 14 in the first quarter, 14 more in the second. They lead 28-0, and plenty of time to go 41 yards and try to get another score before halftime. 3 wide outs, 2 left, 1 right. Couple of tight ends in there too. Here is a pass out to the far side, and Cade Kaiser, normally sure-handed, wanted to run before he hauls it in. And it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10. 19 attempts for the Governors through the air tonight, 12 completions for Lincoln Kienholz. No, it hasn't been as easy as it was last week. Brookings' defense pretty good overall, but Kienholz, not sure what this was, a floater. I think that one slipped out of his hands, maybe trying to pump fake, and unless it was tipped. Looked like it hit a lineman here up by the line of scrimmage, but they're calling this one incomplete. And what could have happened there would have been a maybe an illegal touch by a lineman, but they're not making any call like that, so the Governors will have it 3rd and 10. Still at the 41-yard line. Kienholz going to try a higher percentage play, keeping it on the ground, lowers his head after juking a couple of would-be tacklers. He's inside the 35, now to the 33. And Pierre, at least, knowing they're going to be going for it on 4th down, will have it a much more negotiable situation. 4th and about 2. Well, they'll spot it at the 34. That's a gain of 7. It'll be 4th down and 3. Ethan Houtman in on the stop, and Kienholz claps the hands, and the Bobcats jump. Gavin Hamrick on the left side of the D-line. Governors are getting to the point where that is almost predictable. Defenses are going to have to be watching the football, definitely, because this is how the Governors do every snap. They clap the ball to get a shotgun snap. And here's Keenholz on first down now. Coming across is Merklon. He'll be met by Jackson Eck, who puts him down at the 20-yard line. Merklon hangs on to it after taking the hit. That's a pickup of 9 to the Bobcat 20, and on the door of the red zone come the Governors again. 4 balls hauled in by Jack Merklon tonight. No big plays yet for the Govs yet. Keenholz over the middle, another sidearm sling. This is Kruger at the 5-yard line. Makes a move and brought down at the 1. Brecken Kruger in traffic. He is spotted at the 2. It'll be first and goal. Knocking on the doorstep once again, Kruger's first grab this evening. And he'll take it. Keenholz will. Cross right guard, touchdown from 2 yards out. Lincoln Keenholz, no problem there. The Governors will score again on a 6-play drive from that started at the 41-yard line and ends with a 2-yard score on the ground by Lincoln Keenholz. 1:20 yet to go here in the first half. 34-0 Governors. Campia looking to get one more on the board here. Shayshak snaps, Keenholz holds, Campia kicks, and it's up and good once again. 35-0 to score, but we didn't miss that. Okay, missed it left. It looked the same as all the rest of them from this angle, but I guess he missed that one left, so it stays 34-0. Governors sitting just fine. 30-second break, they'll kick off when we come back with 1:20 to go in the first half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7. KGFX FM, Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Well, the Governors go 41 yards in 6 plays and a Lincoln Keenholz 2-yard touchdown run. Andrew Campia missing the PAT. I kind of took that one for granted. He was just fine in the first 4, but this one hooking left. And a muffed punt as Brookings chasing after it inside the 30-yard line. Who's got it here? Right down in front. There are some Governors there. There are some Bobcats. I think the return man, Rashay Rogers, got back on it, and he comes up with the football. Fortunate for the Bobcats here, as they'll have it 1st and 10. In fact, a shorter kick by Keenholz. That might have been by design for the Governors, trying to get one more possession. They almost got it, but Brookings will have their best starting field position of the night here at their own 28-yard line. Very interesting to note, for those that aren't watching it, you'll see, or what we're seeing from Lincoln Keenholz, especially on that last drive. He's kind of had sidearm sling motions on that, on a couple of pass plays, including the one to Brecken Kruger that got them to the 2-yard line. As Justin Kofel goes on a quarterback keeper, trying to follow as many blockers as he can, turns it up the far hash mark across the 30. They'll spot him at the 34, and that's one of the bigger gains by the Bobcats tonight, a pickup of 6. E.J. Bucci in there to stop. 2nd down and 4, but Keenholz on these sidearm motions really starting to look like Patrick Mahomes, and Matthew Stafford in the NFL does that quite a bit. What's the similarity, especially with Mahomes? The baseball. Keenholz, a lot of sidearm throws on the baseball field. Mahomes kind of does the same thing. Russell Wilson known for being a baseball stud as well. Here's Kofel straight up the middle. Brookings just wants to run out the clock unless they get a big play to break open. Kofel, or is it Koffel? And this one crosses the 35 to the 36, 2 more, and we'll see if Brookings decides to run another play. 10 seconds to go. They're still in the huddle, and it looks like that's how Well, they're going to run up to the line of scrimmage. So hold the phone, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. And that's it. So our first half comes to an end, and on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it is all Governors. The top-ranked Govs leading the number 4 ranked Bobcats here in the second week of the season at the half. It's 34-0 scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We'll break for 3 minutes. We'll come back for halftime break. Halftime sponsored by Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial in the Northridge Plaza in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, online too, drgnews.com.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
DMC Wear Parts is a proud South Dakota business providing high-quality wear parts for all makes and models of heavy equipment. We quote you direct from multiple manufacturers, cutting out the middleman and getting you better prices than the large dealers. We specialize in cutting edges for motor graders, loaders, snowplows, and more. We offer complete undercarriages for dozers, excavators, pavers, and skid steers, including rubber tracks. Click to visit dmcwearparts.com or call or text 605-840-8082.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Agtegra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Dakota Antler is the biggest antler buyer in our region. Tony and Derek pay cash all year long for antlers and horns. Deer, elk, moose, and sheep can be cash in your pocket. They'll come to you, too. Find them on Dakota Antlers LLC or online at dakotaantlers.com. You can also give them a call to set up an appointment. Call Derek at 605-360-3749 or Tony at 605-730-0108. Dakota Antler, a proud supporter of all local athletics and activities. Dakota.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Acres Ahead is back with Agtegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local Agtegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Agtegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school.
Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436. Olson Plumbing.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities. Graham Tire.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre, or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. When you're in the need...
Your winning destination, the Golden Buffalo Casino in Lower Brule, gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Dozie's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dozie specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dozie's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
At Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes, and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
It seems like whenever you're working on something, it never fails. You always drop that screw in the hardest to find spot. And of course, without any lights. This week, Rosenberg Implement can help. Save 8% on all in-stock flashlights this week. Ensure that your vehicle, gator, or farm equipment has a flashlight within easy reach and save 8%. See the parts professionals this week at Rosenberg Implements.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The paint store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The paint store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The paint store, same great paint, same great services.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
At home over Kadoka area, good ball game, 14-6. They are at halftime. And in 9B, there's a KMLO game, Potter County hosting Faulkton area, as we'll look for that one while we get, oh, there it is, Faulkton area at halftime leads Potter County 36-16, and Sully Buttes is playing well at Langford area tonight, 30-8, as they are heading to halftime with a healthy lead there as well. Got a couple of minutes to go in our halftime break here. We'll remind you upcoming action here on River 92.7. The Governor volleyball team went to Douglas last night, got a straight set victory. Tomorrow they'll take to the road again, and we'll be at Aberdeen Central's Golden Eagle Arena at a 3 o'clock first serve. We'll have the pregame at 2:30 tomorrow here at River 92.7, drgnews.com, and live ticket video streaming there as well. So volleyball is tomorrow. Next week, football has another Saturday night home game for the Pierre Governors. They'll be at Hollister Field Saturday night with a 7 o'clock kickoff, hosting the Mitchell Colonels. We'll be on the air again at 6:25. Hope you can join us for that. Brookings, meanwhile, has a next contest. Their first road game of the year takes them to Huron, and that will be on Saturday as well. 2 weeks from now, Brookings will host Spearfish. And also 2 weeks from now, the Governors will play homecoming as they'll entertain the Yankton Bucks. And if T-Area isn't the second best team in 11AA, Yankton probably is. That'll be a great homecoming matchup 2 weeks from tonight at Phil Troutner Stadium at Hollister Field. We're looking forward to that one. Also, by the way, Governor Volleyball will host Mitchell on Tuesday night. We'll have that one for you. So they're at Aberdeen tomorrow, hosting Mitchell on Tuesday night. Of course, volleyball and football right here, River 92.7. One other thing to talk about tomorrow, the Governor competitive cheer and dance teams will host their peer invitational dance meet. That'll be at 11 o'clock at Riggs High Gym tomorrow. So if you're looking to see what the Governors have to offer, and a lot of other teams around South Dakota, take in some competitive cheer and dance starting at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow. Let's take a final 1 minute break. We'll finish off our Leiden Associates halftime update. 34-0 Governors lead, and they'll kick off when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting has quality electricians with decades of experience. They offer dependable installation for commercial and residential construction or day-to-day service. Whether you're looking for new construction or remodeling existing buildings or homes, contact your full-service electrical contractor, Nystrom Electric. Visit their website, nystromelectric.com, or call them for estimates on your next project at 605-224-8750. Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre. Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care.
Back in Brookings, out of the timeout, or out of the halftime break, the Governors leading 34-0, and as we mentioned getting set to kick off here. Governors in road white tonight. Last time they wore the road whites, they won a state championship game. Well, they'll have to wear the road whites a few times here this season. In fact, 5 road games, 3 of the 4 home games they have in the regular season are in the first 4 weeks of the season. Next 2 weeks they'll be at home. Lincoln Kenols to kick off the Comtech. Kickoff to begin the second half will be taken by the Bobcats, and Ryan Bauman at the 11-yard line. He'll come straight up the near hash mark, really unable to make a move, and right there to hit him and put him down. Number 37, Grayson Schutzel, making a good play at 185-pound sophomore. Schutzel, rather a junior. Jacob Mikkinen, 53, in on the stop, I believe, got his name called just now as well. Good to have you here. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Governors have played well tonight. They lead 34-0. We'll see if Brookings can get something going on offense after trying to iron out some things, maybe make some adjustments in that halftime break. Going to come out in a 3-wide right set. Israel Calderon, the fullback, in the backfield with Justin Koffel, the senior quarterback. He wants to throw right away. And it's Jackson Hoffman, the tight end for Brookings, the intended receiver here. But the pass falls incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Bobcats, again, just, in the last few years, they've been able to get some yardage and get some scores with offense, but they've gotten some takeaways against the Governors in these big games. The last 2 years, in fact, the last 3 or 4 years, these two teams have played later in the season. Now just the second game of the season. Koffel fakes the handoff, but Gavin Stotts will get to him in the backfield on a quarterback keeper. Drop him for a loss of a yard back to the 22-yard line. And Gavin Stotts has been wreaking some havoc on the defensive side of things. But again, Brookings just doesn't have the size in that offensive line to try to open some holes. They haven't been able to do that very much tonight. They've had one pass play of 18 yards. Running play, a couple of 6-yarders have been the longest rushing plays in this game. Brandt will go in motion. He'll take a handoff on 3rd and 11, trying to get away from the tacklers, but unable to do so. And once again, it is Stotts. Trey Lewis and Jet Zabel in the area, might get 3 yards up to the 25, but a 3-and-out coming here for Brookings, and they'll have to punt on 4th and 8. And that's really how it's been for Brookings, what they've been able to get done on offense tonight. Punter is Jared Erickson. He'll come out for his 3rd attempt tonight. Jaden Wiebe and Trey Lewis are the deep men. Quick kick here, and a good job by Erickson just to get rid of it. Governors were coming, and Brookings has 3 blockers in between the snapping center and the punter. Erickson got rid of it, got a good kick, low line drive, but the Governors have to let it fall with no hang time. And about a 35-yard punt here will set up the Governors for only the 2nd time all night on their own side of the field. Here at the 40-yard line with 10:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Just underway in the second half, they lead 34-0. Lincoln Kenols will lead the troops up to the line, fake the handoff, and a quick pass out to the left side slot. Jet Zabel. They're looking for Yak, yards after catch. Zabel hasn't had a lot of that tonight. Brookings defense up to the task. Ethan Houtman playing well on defense the last few sequences here for the Governors, and this pass sends the Governors into a 2-yard loss. Zabel's 2nd catch, his last 2 have gone for 0 and -2 yards, though. Here in a left to right mode here, north to south. What wind we had earlier tonight seems to have died, I think, especially on the field. Kenols drops back on 2nd and 12. Pump fakes, sidearms, but comes up short, looking for Kruger across the middle of the field. He's trying to go across his body. There's something that we haven't seen a lot of success from Kenols with. Some quarterbacks can make that happen. Keenholz with a careful throw this time. Didn't get it picked off, but it's 3rd down and 12 now. And again, you've got to credit the Brookings defense If the Governors hadn't played on short fields that entire first half, this might not be a 34-0 score. Keenol's quick fire over the middle. Edmonds got it. He hauls it in. He takes a hit, and he falls with it in control into Bobcat territory. First down, Governors. Straight up the seam. A post route for the tight end into Brookings territory to the 42-yard line. Gain of 20. Third catch for Jackson Edmond. And he's got about 46 yards on the night. So now into Bobcat territory again. Going to the ground with Brock Mosier with running room to the 35, close to the 30, taken down by Bisgard at the 31. That's a gain of 11, and now back-to-back chain movers here for the Governors. 14-yard touchdown for Keenol's was the longest run of the night for Pierre, but now 11 for Mosier, his longest. And we're at the 9-minute mark, 3 minutes into the second half after a 3-and-out by Brookings. Pierre trying to add to a 34-0 advantage. It's Mosier again up the near seam. Jackson Eck meets up with him, about a 4, maybe a 5-yard gain. Looks like they'll put him at the 27 for 4. Mosier's been running well so far tonight. Now his 10th carry. Last week, the offense didn't dictate the need to run the football. Tonight, the Governors have had to use a much bigger run-pass balance, as it turns out. 2nd and 6 here inside the 30 at the 27. Merkwan, wide right, floater, near side, wide open, touchdown. It might have been a mistake in coverage. There were 2 defenders out there by Brookings on the near side, but Merkwan had a 5-yard cushion in behind him. And whatever help came across went right at the receiver rather than where he was supposed to go. And Merkwan with an easy 27-yard touchdown reception from Lincoln Keenol's. The Governors lead now 40-0 as Andrew Campia looks for one more. And the kick this time, I'll wait for the signal. It is good. 41-0. Governors lead with 8:12 to play. In quarter number 3, we'll have a continuously running clock when we come back. Governors lead by 35+ here on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing. The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
DRG get on the board, but the clock again will run continuously here. Short kick by Keenol's taken at the 15-yard line near side, and a good run back in short real estate situation here by Gavin Hamrick will put Brookings at the 29-yard line on their side of the field. So again, the clock will run. It will stop, not for out of bounds or incomplete pass plays or first downs, but it will stop for timeouts and scoring plays and changes of possession, at least briefly. From the 29, here come the Bobcats. This is their best starting field position tonight by 1 yard. Moving right to left, quick fire, Koffel to the near side, and a positive gain to Tyson Brandt, run out of bounds by Jacob Mayer across the 30. They'll spot him at the 35. That's a pickup of 6. Brandt's second catch tonight. Tyson Brandt is a huge focal point of this Brookings offense. He's actually, you can tell, their leading receiving threat out of the backfield. They move him around quite a bit. He'll line up on the wing. Here he's out in the slot to the right with 3 receivers right from the near hash mark. Receivers to the far side of the field. Koffel looking downfield, tucks and runs. He'll get a first down here to the 40, 45 to midfield. Spencer Eastland, who has an interception tonight, will run him out of bounds at the Governor 49. And hold the presses. The Bobcats are, for the first time tonight, in Pierre Governor territory. Good run there by Justin Koffel. 16 yards. And that might have been a design run all the way. If it was, and a quarterback draw, that was well executed by Koffel and the offensive line. Same set, 3 receivers right. Koffel fakes, takes too long though, and the Governors in the backfield. Trey Lewis gets to him first. Josh Rydberg will finish him off, maybe get a half a sack as well. First quarterback sack tonight. Koffel tackled back at the Brookings 44. That'll be a loss of 7. On the tackle for a loss, again, Trey Lewis gets to him first. 5:45 to go, third quarter, clock running continually with the Govs up by 35 plus. It's 41-0. Now 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Down in front of us, and Brandt wasn't looking for it. Koffel threw a pretty good pass, but was a little bit low, and Jaden Wiebe was unable to haul it in, but he did get a hand on it. That was the best opportunity for somebody to catch that particular pass. Koffel with 2 interceptions thrown, both of them on tipped balls in the first half. 3rd down and 17 now. Bobcats got that Koffel run to the Governor 49, but the next play, a sack, put him back into the Brookings side of the 50 once again. And Koffel may have to try to throw again. 3rd and long, Koffel briefly with time will have a holding penalty in the backfield. Koffel will tuck and run to the near side across the 45. Stumbles and comes down to the 47 with Austin Longdo and Gavin Stotts and Emmett Anderson giving chase. There's a penalty flag back at the 40, and it will be a hold on a tackle by an offensive lineman of a Governor defender, but it'll be 4th and long, and the Governors will decline this penalty. The result of the play puts Koffel in a 4-yard gain to the 48. Now another punting situation here for the Bobcats on what is 4th and 13 yards to go. Clock running down toward the 4-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Again, Wiebe and Lewis back deep. Erickson with a quick hit on the punt. This one will take the Governors inside their own 30 down to the 26-yard line. It'll be downed right there by Tyson Brandt. So he plays special teams and gets downfield well as well. 3:43, the Governors will have it as, again, even on this change of possession, the clock not stopping. Here with first down at their own, 26-yard line. Last week when it was 41-0, they put some new people in. We'll see who's out there this time. Keenhol's still running the offense, but they keep it on the ground to Brock Mosier. He breaks one tackle at the 30, streaks up the middle of the field past the 35, and then hit and brought down at the 36. Another good run for Brock Mosier and about 10 yards here. Down marker not quite to the line to gain, so a half yard short will give him 9. Mosier with 61 yards on 11 carries. The offensive line doing all right tonight for the Governors. 2:45 left in the third. Middle of the field, 2nd and short. Keenholz keeps it. It was more of an option, but his only option was to keep it here. First down pickup. Not much. He gets 3 to the 38, but a first down to the Govs. Bobcat fans still enthusiastic down below us, but their team trailing 41-0. Near hash mark now, and the Governors moving left to right. Merkwan going wide to the left. Kaiser and Kruger on the short side of the field down in front of us to the right. And still Brock Mosier in the backfield. He'll head to the right, take the handoff. Good job by the Bobcat defense here. Jackson Hoffman interrupts that play first, and Brandt is there to close it off, and a loss on the play here for Brock Mosier. That hasn't happened very often tonight. 2 to the negative. 2nd down and 12 from the 36. Governors not right now, certainly not worried about trying to make big plays. They just want to make positive plays and keep that clock moving. Down to a minute and a half left here in the third. 41-0 Pierre. But Keenholz looking to throw. Wanted to go long left. He rolls to the right. And a good pass here along the sideline. Down to the knees comes Merkwan into Brookings territory. He'll roll out of bounds and a first down pickup at the 47-yard line. In between the 46 and the 47. Threading a needle there. Keenholz didn't have a lot of room to get that one into Merkwan. Let's put them at the 46 and a gain of 18. 6th catch from Merkwan, onto the ground once again. Here comes Mosier, tough to bring down. Jackson X strong enough to spin him back as Mosier will pick up a few again. Inside the 45 to the 43. 3 for Brock. Time for one more play here for the Governors in the third period once they hit 41-0 in the opening score of this second half. The clock has been the ally of those who have made the trip tonight. Long pass, go route. Kaiser's wide open at the 5. It's a touchdown. I believe that's Kaiser, 5. Numbers are a long ways away. He catches this one at the 5-yard line. Lincoln Keenholz. Perfect timing. And once again, a Governor receiver gets beyond. Actually, it's Kruger. Got his name called, but I believe it was Cade Kaiser, number 5. 10 seconds left in the third. 43 yards the scoring distance on this one. Cappy at a kick. PAT is good. So with 10 seconds left, the Governors tack on 7, and they lead the Bobcats now 48-0. A 30-second break, and we're back for a Governor kick. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Keenholz wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
End over end, taken at the 12 by Rashay Rogers. Up the near side, bounces outside across the 25, stopped at about the 26. And in on the stop here for the Govs is, I believe, number 8, Colby Carey, 155-pound junior. Third quarter's come to an end on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Our score, Pierre 48, Brookings nothing. The Governors, again, looking like a top-ranked team and a 5-time defending state champion. Governor Football brought to you, by the way, with Gales Gas Service sponsoring the scoreboard. Gov Football sponsored on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, in part by Capital City Motors, Avera Orthopedics, Rinky Gray Wealth Management.
Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as air Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
For that 43-yard touchdown pass from Keenholz to Kaiser. And the Governors on defense still have the starters in there. We'll see how long the offense will go. We'll expect maybe some second stringers to come in when they're on offense once again. But the Bobcats will start the fourth quarter after a kickoff return got them to the 26-yard line. That's where they'll begin here, 1st and 10. First string in there still for Brookings, so the Governor first stringers will stay in there at least for one more sequence. Justin Koffel in the gun. Izzy Calderon shifts left to right. They'll fake it to him. Koffel keeping it himself. And I'll tell you what, even though this is just a 3-yard gain to the 20, maybe a 2-yarder, we'll see where they spot it, 28-yard line. It's a 2-yard gain. Koffel does look like he has some moves, and it can be a good running quarterback. But again, the Governor defense, the line on both sides for Pierre, just a lot bigger than what Brookings has. Even without Jason Mishashok in there, Austin Longdo, who goes 330, has been playing pretty well last week and tonight as well. 2 yards for Koffel, 2nd down and 8. Back to pass, will throw over the middle, almost picked off and then tipped, and almost a chance for Tyson Brandt to haul it in, but the intended receiver here is, again, Jackson Hoffman coming off of the left tight end spot. 2 Governors cut underneath that route, just about able to take that one away. Fortunate for Brookings to have another play coming here, 3rd down and 8. Governor defense seems to be a little more refined, definitely here in the second week of the season. Last year, we recall, in fact, the last 2 years, despite teams that won state titles, they were susceptible to big pass plays. Fumbled snap, but picked up right away by Koffel, but he's going to lose yards back to the original line of scrimmage here. And Brookings, unable to make any more plays, they're going to have to punt again as they're back to the 26. It'll be 4th down and 10. Well, I'll tell you what, Pierre has had a TV audience here tonight. Midco is here doing this game. Of course, we've given you the opportunity to see it online, too. Live ticket, drgnews.com, but a lot of the state, if they didn't know already what the Governors are capable of, they're seeing it here against a pretty good defensive team in the Brookings Bobcats tonight. Trey Lewis takes the punt from Jared Erickson, and he will down it, or call for the fair catch at the Governor 45-yard line. 9:45 to go here in the ball game. Here on top, the score of 48-0. Here at their own 45. And now the second stringers will check in, and Elijah Bucci is going to be the backup quarterback. Didn't start on defense tonight. He did make a play earlier. So he got in there, was under the weather a couple of days this week, but he's in there now. Governors with 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and we've got a whistle and a timeout taken by Brookings. First charge timeout for the Bobcats here in the second half. We'll take it with them. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. 9:08 to play. Governors lead 48-0, and they've got it 1st and 10 when we come back. This is Pierre Governor football in River 92.7.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better.
Back in Brookings, as we'll get acquainted once again with some underclassmen and JV players. E.J. Bucci, first shotgun snap, mishandles it, and then he couldn't find it, and Brookings gets in there and takes the football away. Well, how about that for a well-used timeout here for Brookings? They come back out, get a takeaway, a fumble loss, the second turnover by Pierre tonight. Brookings will be in business at the Governor 44-yard line. 8:40 to play here in the fourth quarter. First Brookings possession that'll start on the Pierre side of the field. Deepest penetration for Brookings has been the Pierre 49, and then they were pushed back with a quarterback sack immediately on the very next play. And we'll have to maybe get acquainted with some new people on the field for Brookings. Inside handoff out of the gun. This is still Israel Caldron, and Justin Koffel is still running the offense. The senior quarterbacks. Caldron with his third carry of the night. Positive yards. 2 yards ahead to the 42 of the Governors. Well, we still see some familiar numbers out there too. Emmett Anderson, Longdo as down lineman. Koffel will take the snap, fakes the handoff. Caldron didn't take it. It looks like he was supposed to, and this is a broken play as the Governor defense converges, and we'll get another tackle for a loss. Or will they? Technically, it looks like it stays at no, it will be a loss back to the 44, so a loss of 2. Not a sack, as I don't think that was supposed to be a pass play. 7:10 to go. In a 48-0 ball game here. The Governors on top. It was 34-0 at halftime. Koffel will send a man in motion. This is Cole Hockett. He's got some running room on the jet sweep, and then he gets tripped up and ankle tied by Jaden Wiebe. Great open field tackle here for Wiebe. Saw that a lot from him last season. This, though, for Hockett, gets him inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 7. The longest rushing play of the night for the Bobcats. 4th down and 3, though. They're at the 42. They need the 39. Nice night for football. It was still 69 degrees when the second half kickoff came about. Here's Brandt, and the Governors will cover him up. Back into the backfield again, Gavin Stotts. Another tackle for a loss for the 210-pound senior. Brandt pushed backward to the 40, and the Governors will hold the Bobcats on downs here. So now with 6 minutes to go, we're halfway home in the fourth quarter. Pierre bring that second string out, try to get something done after fumbling a snap and losing the football on their previous play. They'll start at their own 41 this time. Bucci will be by himself in the backfield with 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Offensive line still loaded with the beef. Bucci on the far hash mark. Heading right to left here. Takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Following blockers. Has the 45. Gets tripped up and he'll fall forward to about the 47. Maybe the 48. EJ with a good patient run here. And it'll be 2nd down and 4. Spot him to the 47 for a gain of 6. Bucci again in the pistol, has a helper back there. I believe that's Trevor Rounds. Bucci wants to throw, looks right, back to the left, and the Bobcats will get to him and wrestle him down back to the 40. Big fella here, Malachi Ramsey, a 240-pound junior, making a play and a tackle for a loss of 7. So Bucci and company will be pushed back. Actually, we'll give him a loss of 6 to the 41. And that's where this sequence started. First down, it's 3rd down now, 10 to go. Middle of the field, Bucci will throw this time. It's an underneath pass. It is caught for a short gain. Back to the 42, and this is number 33 for the Governors, Coulter Babcock. He is a sophomore tight end. But it'll be 4th down, and the Governors will have to punt. 2-yard pickup here to the 43. So the first punt of the night here. Keenholz is the punter. Under 4 minutes to go. Takes the snap. Rolls to the right. He's just going to buy some time and then kick it. Turns out to be down the middle of the field. It bounces at the 30. Takes a 2-yard bounce in favor of the Bobcats. And Brecken Kruger and company will down it there. So change of possession with 3.5 minutes to play. Bobcats trying desperately to get something on the board before this one comes to an end. They'll start it at their own 32-yard line. Governors with 7 touchdowns on the board tonight, 4 of them on the ground. 1 from Brock Mosier, 3 from Lincoln Keenholz, 3 Keenholz touchdown passes as well to Jet Zabel, to Jack Merkwan, and to Cade Kaiser this evening. Continually running clock. Already 30 seconds ticking away since that punt was down. Here come the Bobcats. First down from the 30. Quick pass is caught out to the 40-yard line. This is Will Conrad, a 150-pound sophomore. I believe a new quarterback in there throwing passes as well. Spotted to the 43 and a gain of 11. First down here. See if we can get a better look at who's in at quarterback from this distance. It's number 20, Jones Huntemer, 155-pound freshman. Threw a pretty good-looking pass in that first one. Here's Conrad out of the backfield. And he'll cross the 45 to about the 46, a gain of 3. And you can see Titan Winkler, or here perhaps, in on the stop for Pierre. 2nd and 7. So Huntemer, the quarterback. A freshman here is the second stringer. You got a senior quarterback, and if Brookings has to start over with a sophomore at quarterback next year, well, so far, I think from one pass, what I have seen from Huntemer, it looks like he's be ready to go. Running back here, Josiah Thomas, a 190-pound sophomore, running well. And he'll get to the 50, but we've got an illegal shift penalty called to negate this play. 5-yard penalty against the Bobcats, and they'll be pushed back to their own 41. 6th penalty of the game for Brookings, the first of the second half. It'll be 2nd down and 12. We've got a minute to go in this one. Governors have a Saturday night game at home next week. Keep in mind the Mitchell Colonels will be coming to town. You're looking to come on a blitz here, and a play is blown up. So the second stringers get a quarterback sack here. Look like Titan Winkler in there, and also 57, Ryland Shrake, a 185-pound junior. Tackle for loss back to the 35. Second sack by the Governors. This one a loss of 6, and Brookings with one more. Time for one more play from the near hash mark. 3rd and 18. Defense ready to come again. They'll send a man in motion. Here's Huntemer. He'll hand off to Josiah Thomas. He'll get a rushing attempt that will count, but only back to the line of scrimmage, and that ought to do it. Second verse, same as the first. A Governor win in week number 2. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard tonight, Pierre 48, pitching a shutout over the Brookings Bobcats with nothing. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. When it gets colder, use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all winter long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Governors at 2-0. Brookings suffers their first loss of the season. They fall to 1-1, and they go to Huron to take on the Tigers next Saturday night. Got a full postgame coming up. Postgame to be sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. And we'll take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll give you the full recap. We've got the stats. We'll see if Coach Steve Steele makes his way all the way up here to the 6th floor of this press box in this beautiful building that we're in. But if not, we'll announce a big play of the game and your player of the game anyway. All that and more coming up. On our Family Dental post game in 3 minutes, this is Pierre Governor Football, your official voice of the Governors. River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7. KGFX FM, Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Beck Motor Company is celebrating 53 years in the car business. Find huge discounts on all pre-owned vehicles. Just look for the bright tags in the windows. Tires, buy 3, get 1 free. And as always, the price match guarantee every day. B&W Gooseneck turnover hitch, only $549 while supplies last. Light detail, $75 and $90. We thank your loyalty the past 53 years. Beck Motor Company, Pierre. BeckMotors.com. There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino, from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app, brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Back at Dana J. Dykow Stadium in Brookings on the campus of South Dakota State University a couple of years ago, the Governors defeated Brookings 32-16 on this field to win a state championship under the offense run by Garrett Stout at the time. But a couple of years ago, Pierre came back but lost 21-14 in the regular season. Still went on to defeat Brookings in the state championship game for the second year in a row down in Vermilion. Pierre loses to Brookings last year in the regular season at Hollister Field on their home turf. Tonight they come back to Brookings and they pitch a shutout. It was all Governors tonight. It still wasn't the cleanest game, I don't think, for Pierre. There were some issues. Brookings' defense did play pretty well, all things considered, in certain circumstances here tonight. But the Governor offense just, again, proves to be too much for their opponent in this one. 48-0. The final. Pierce scored on their opening drive on a 16-yard touchdown pass from Lincoln Keenholz to Jet Zabel. And then after a Brookings after picking off Brookings by Gavin Stotts with the interception. A few plays later, they got a 6-yard touchdown run from Lincoln Keenholz. Pierre had another interception taken away by Spencer Eastland, but they were picked off themselves at the goal line by Charlie Biscard. And then Brookings' third possession was their third straight turnover, a fumble recovered by E.J. Bucci, and that set the Governors up at the Bobcat 23-yard line. Lincoln Keenholz got a 14-yard touchdown run to the near side pylon. Going left to right early in the second quarter, that made it 21-0 after a 3-and-out, a 10-play, 47-yard drive, and a Brock Mosier 7-yard rushing touchdown makes it 28-0. Brookings had a 3-and-out, and Pierre got one more score from on a 41-yard drive with 6 plays, and Keenholz finished it from 2 yards out. Kick failed this time to make it 34-0. That was our halftime score. Brookings got the first possession of the second half, but another 3-and-out, setting the Governors up at their own 40-yard line. 60 yards in 6 plays, taking 2:17 off the clock, and Lincoln Keenholz pass to Jack Merkwan as they went with the timing pattern down the right sideline. Merkwan got behind the defense, and an easy 27-yard touchdown scored with Andrew Campia's kick, making it 41-0. That at 8:12 to go in the third quarter, and Pierre's lead grew to 35+, so the clock started running continually, and Brookings did get a first down 2 plays into their next drive. In fact, they got into Governor territory for the first time tonight at the 49-yard line, but a sack of the quarterback by the Govs pushed them back to the 44. Brookings was in on their own side of the field once again, and 3 plays later had to punt. And then the Governors from their own 26-yard line go 6 plays and 74 yards in 3 minutes and 33 seconds, mostly on the ground till they got to the 43, but then Lincoln Keenholz with another floating pass down the left sideline, and Cade Kaiser also getting behind the defense for a 43-yard pitch and catch, and Campia makes it 48-0. That came with 10 seconds left in the third quarter. The second stringers for the Governors played the rest of the game on offense. There was a botched shotgun snap mishandled by E.J. Bucci that was recovered by Brookings. That was the second turnover of the game for the Govs. But Brookings went 4-and-out from the Pierre 44-yard line. Pierre had a 3-and-out and had to punt themselves. And then Brookings from their own 32 got 1 first down. But 4 plays later, this ball game came to an end. And the Governors win it tonight 48-0. Overall, Pierre, with unofficially, I'm going to go with 395 yards of total offense. On the ground, a good night. Brock Mosier with 13 carries for 62 yards, ran very well. Kind of a step up from last week to this week. And Mosier, you can see, he does run with power. He's running with a purpose, that is. 62 yards again, 13 carries. Lincoln Keenholz with 49 yards on 8 carries. Keenholz did have 3 rushing touchdowns tonight from 6 and 14 and 2 yards out. And again, Mosier had a 7-yard touchdown run. Bucci kept one for 6 yards as well. 117 yards of total ground offense for the Governors. Through the air, another good night for Lincoln Keenholz. A little more workmanlike, though, as Brookings' defense did not allow the big plays, as Lincoln will have 19 out of 27 through the air for 282 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of them in the second half. He did throw the 1 interception that was off of the hands of a receiver in the first half. E.J. Bucci with a 1-for-1 night in a backup mode for 2 yards, and he was sacked once for a 6-yard loss as well. So overall, 282 passing yards to the positive, or 284 with Bucci's 2-yarder, but a 6-yard loss makes that 278 yards net passing for the Governors, with 117 on the ground, 395 total yardage. Receiving, Jack Merkwan with 6 carries, 97 yards and a 27-yard touchdown. Jet Zabel with 6 catches, and can we put the word only 6 catches after he caught 13 last week? 6 catches for Zabel, 44 yards. He started the scoring with a 16-yard grab. Cade Kaiser had 2 catches, and the biggest play of the night for the Governors yardage-wise, 43 yards. That gives him 67 yards on the 2 catches. Jackson Edmond with 3 catches tonight, his first 3 of the year, 46 yards total. Brecken Kruger had an 18-yarder, Brock Mosier with an 8-yarder, and Coulter Bass Babcock caught E.J. Bucci's only pass of the game for 2 yards. There's your receiving stats. The Governors picking up 13 first downs in this game. Did have the 2 turnovers, and they were penalized 6 times for losses of 45 yards overall, and a lot of that actually came on the 3rd possession of the game when the Governors had turned over Brookings. They had it at the Bobcat 25-yard line, had a holding penalty right away to mark them back to the 38. They progressed to the 9, had 2 holding penalties in a row, and it was 1st and goal from the 40. That's kind of what led to the Governors throwing a pass that turned into an interception at the goal line. But interesting scenario. We don't say 1st and goal from the 40-yard line very often. 395 total offense for the Governors. That coming against 77 yards total for Brookings. Yeah, the Governor defense is pretty good. On the ground, that's what Brookings wants to do, is run it as much as they can. Their leading rusher tonight is Justin Koffel, the quarterback. 8 carries for 25 yards. Their featured back, Tyson Brandt, held to just 17 yards on 8 carries himself. Cole Hockett had a 7-yard carry. Izzy Calderon, 3 carries, just 4 yards. Will Conrad with a 3-yarder. Josiah Thomas got to the line of scrimmage, and Austin Anderson was pushed back for a yard on their only carries of the night. 55 yards on the ground. Koffel had his struggles through the air as well. Didn't have a lot of time to throw. He was 3 of 9 for 24 yards with 2 interceptions. And the backup in there, Jones Huntemer, was 1 for 1 for 11 yards. So all told, 4 out of 10 through the air for the Bobcat passers. 35 yards, but 2 sacks as well for losses of 13 yards. Gives them a net passing setup of 22 yards and added to 55 on the ground. There's your 77 yards of total offense of the Bobcats. Only 4 first downs in this one and 6 penalties for 40 yards marked off. Receiving-wise, Tyson Brandt catches 2 passes for 24 yards. Will Conrad with 1 for 11. And Austin Anderson caught 1 for no gain as well. The 3 turnovers were big for Brookings, but just their inability to move the football when their key to success, according to Coach Brady Clark tonight, was to control the time of possession tonight. Obviously, against a much bigger defensive line, and the Governors they know what they're doing out there, too, and the Governors win that battle on defense, and they win this game 48-0. Good shutouts as the Governors improve to 2-0 tonight. We're going to assume Coach Steve Steele not going to make his way up here. In fact, I think I see him down on the floor on the far side. That is him, so we're just going to keep our post-game moving. We will take a 3-minute timeout. However, our Family Dental post-game will continue, and we've got big plays of the game coming up next from Hermanson Endodontics, and stay tuned for your Cowboy Country Store's player of the game still to come. After this 3-minute timeout, this is Governor Football.
Hey, DQ fans, we're giving the people what they want. 2 Blizzard Treats of the Month. That's right, September means pumpkin pie, and the brand new Cinnamon Roll Center's Blizzard Treat have arrived. We're so excited we just couldn't wait to tell you. Pumpkin pie is a fall classic made with real pumpkin pie pieces. And the new Cinnamon Roll Centers is jam-packed with your favorite soft cinnamon roll pieces. Hurry in and taste them for yourself today. Only at DQ. Happy taste good.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
It's pretty obvious the world is moving faster than ever, and that means my health sometimes takes a back seat. Pressing pause on life to call for an appointment, shuffle my afternoon schedule, drive across town for a doctor's appointment sometimes feels impossible. My day just got better because I'm feeling better with the help of Avera Now. I can use my mobile device or computer for an online video visit that allows me to see a provider for urgent care conditions 24/7. Technology that fits my life with the quality health care of Avera. Learn how to begin at avera.org/now.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota wants your trade. We also want any vehicle that you might be willing to part with. So much so that we'll give you an additional $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you let us buy your vehicle. Yes, $200 Pure Pride dollars when you trade or when you sell your vehicle to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Back at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium in a 48-0 win for the Pierre Governors tonight as they improved to 2-0. And part of the reason it got there is because of our big plays of the game, which in our postgame are sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. There are plenty of big plays on offense. There were some on defense as well. Let's hear. Actually, we'll make our decision first as to what the big plays are. In fact, we're going to go with the defensive takeaways by the Governors. Last week in a 54-15 win, all that scoring, but none of it came as a result of Aberdeen Central turnovers. The Governors didn't get any takeaways last week, but tonight, on the first 3 times that the defense was out there, they turned over the Bobcats all 3 times. A Gavin Stotts interception, which came off of a pass that was dropped, I guess, but it popped up into the air, and Stotts returned it to the Brookings 11-yard line. Spencer Eastland gets a interception on the second Brookings possession tonight. That set the Govs up at the 25. That was the possession that they could not complete for a score. It turned into an interception, but E.J. Bucci gets a fumble recovery as well, as a mishandled shotgun snap and a fumbled handoff exchange between Justin Koffel and Tyson Brandt ended up on the ground, and Bucci gets in there for another takeaway. 3 takeaways tonight by the Governors, all in the first quarter. That helped them to a 14 lead at the end of one quarter, and in fact, the third touchdown early in the second, the third takeaway rather, into the second quarter turned into a Keenholz 14-yard run. So 14 points off of 3 turnovers had the Governors out to a 21-0 lead. Obviously didn't look back, and they ended up winning this one in a shutout, 48-0. The defensive takeaways tonight are big plays of the game, sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And with that, we've got a decision to make. We'll hear from Hermanson Endodontics, but our player of the game will be coming up next. That's sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. We'll take a quick break and come back and give you that and wrap up this victorious effort here tonight by the Pierre Governors on River 92.7.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach at the same time. Heading to the campground, fishing the waters, Cowboy Country Store is ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas too. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champ's Chicken in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores with stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre and I'll be honest with you, my favorite chicken in town, as well as they give you your player of the game announcement. Candidates, well, offensively tonight, Lincoln Keenholz. I'll just say this, 282 yards and 3 touchdowns, that's not going to be his best performance. I mean, that's how highly we regard Lincoln Keenholz tonight. He did throw his first interception of the season, but now with 3 touchdown passes, 9 on the season. He did have 3 touchdown rushing efforts as well, so 4 of those. So 13 touchdowns is still a pretty good fantasy night for Lincoln Keenholz here. But Jack Merkwan, Jet Zabel both caught 6 passes tonight. Cade Kaiser got a couple of big plays, 24 and 43-yard receptions through the air. Got to pat the back of Brock Mosier, who ran hard all night, 13 carries, 62 yards, his first touchdown of the season. But when you pitch a shutout on the football field, you kind of got to look to that defense. And there were people making plays. Spencer Eastland is in there getting an interception. E.J. Bucci got that fumble recovery, and there are guys that are flying around all night long. Give credit to the defensive linemen who are stuffing that good Brookings rushing attack, and that means the guys in the down linemen, Josh Rydberg, Emmett Anderson, of course, Jason Mashayshak in there. And I'll be honest, I didn't see Mashayshak in there much in the second half. I hope that was just by design, just to give him a break. Austin Longdo played well tonight up in the front of that defensive line as well. But the linebackers made the plays this evening, and tonight the guy that seemed to be all over the field, including picking a pass off, was Gavin Stotts, and the 210-pound senior linebacker Gavin Stotts is going to be our player of the game tonight. We'll get him a T-shirt noting his accomplishments from Cowboy Country Stores and Pierre and Fort Pierre, and River 92.7 Sports for being named our player of the game in a 48-0 victory for the Pierre Governors over the Brookings Bobcats. Governors 2-0. They host Mitchell next Saturday night, not Friday, but Saturday night. In fact, we will have high school volleyball when the Governors go to Sturgis here on River 92.7 next Friday. And then the girls will play at Spearfish on Saturday afternoon here on River 92.7. Governors and Colonels next Saturday night, like it was last week here on River 92.7 as well. Other scores to give to you as in the big school ranks, Pierre beating Brookings in a shutout. Watertown is beaten Huron 34-19, their first win of the season. Yankton shuts out Spearfish 38-0. And Douglas, they're going to struggle all season long. Stevens beating them 63-0, and they still have 4 minutes to go in the third quarter at last check there. Tomorrow night, Sturgis will play at Mitchell at Joe Quintal Field, and it'll be T-Area at Aberdeen Central in 11AA. AAA scores tonight, Sioux Falls Lincoln defeating Rapid City Central 56-14, and Sioux Falls Jefferson knocking off Sioux Falls Washington easily 49-0. 2 more games tomorrow night has Harrisburg hosting Brandon Valley, and O'Gorman playing host to Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Other scores on 94.5 KPLO. Chamberlain playing at North Sioux City, having a tough time with Dakota Valley tonight, though. The Panthers are 4th ranked, and they lead the Cubs 40-8 in that one. And no other teams from the area to report on there, so we'll run down the classes here in 11B. Central South Dakota teams playing. Jim River defeating Miller Highmore Herald tonight 18-0. The shutout down there in Menno, South Dakota. Also in 11B as we look for other area teams. Of course, there's Winter, top ranked in 11B, defeating Webster area. Hey, Caleb, your Warriors won again tonight, by the way. 62-8, the final in that one. Winter, no trouble there. One more 11B game in the area tomorrow. Actually, kind of a Central South Dakota team. Woonsocket, Wesleyan, and Spring Sanborn Central will host Lee Deadwood. But on drgnews.com and DRG Media Group Station Star 99, the 2-0 Mobridge Pollock Tigers will go to Wagner to take on the Red Raiders. And that, let's see, when was that game going to be? I should look at that. That'll be at 2 o'clock with a kickoff tomorrow. Stanley County gets a win. They're first of the year against 2 losses. They defeat Dupree tonight 42-29. Got to be a little higher scoring than I thought it would be in that second half after the Buffs led 26-8 at halftime. Jones County leads at White River in the third quarter 16-8. And other 9-man games. Parkston defeating Woolsey Wessington tonight 40-21. Gregory knocks off two-time defending champion Platte Geddes, who is now 0-2. But Gregory, the second-ranked team in the class, gets a 27-6 win. And a really interesting score. Howard defeating Kimball White Lake 9-6. Kind of wonder what the deal was with the Howard Tigers. They were up 7-6 at halftime, so they got a safety in the second half. But that's it. Number 1 in 9A gets beaten tonight. Canastota falls at home to Viborg Hurley 20-14. Number 2 in 9AA is Wall, and they defeat New Underwood tonight 42-12. Phillip has a 40-13 lead in the second quarter at last check over Bennett County. Further on in the 9-man ranks, Hitchcock-Tulare defeating Iroquois Lake Preston 36-6 from somewhat in central South Dakota. And Timber Lake 38-14 leading out at Newell. And Lyman going to get a victory tonight, leading Kadoka area 28-14 at home. About 7 minutes still to go in that one, but Lyman playing pretty well. And then in 9B, Harriet Selby, the number 1 team in 9B, leads Lemon McIntosh. Actually, they defeat them tonight 60-6. And then with a Mercy Rule win there. Faulkton area on KMLO, a game still going on, leading Potter County 50-16. You can hear the rest of that one on KMLO FM. Sully Buttes defeats Langford up in the Northeast tonight 52-16. So Sully Buttes, I believe, is 2-1. Nope, they're 3-0 on the season, so off to a pretty good start there. Here again tonight, 48-0. In addition to our football coverage with Pierre and Mitchell next Saturday night, we've got Governor Volleyball coming up tomorrow. We'll go to Aberdeen, and the Eagles will host the Governors at Golden Eagle Arena, 3 o'clock first serve. We're on the air at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, and we'll live stream it at drgnews.com as well. Governors host Mitchell on Tuesday night for their next action at Riggs High Gym. And speaking of competition at Riggs High, tomorrow it is the Pierre Invitational Competitive Cheer and Dance Meet, so you can go enjoy that at 11 o'clock. At Riggs High Gym if you're looking for some Governor sports to partake of. And with that, hopefully you can join us for Governor Volleyball tomorrow. Otherwise, we wish you a happy Labor Day holiday weekend. On your way home, don't forget, or wherever you're going this football season, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to buckle up, seatbelts, save lives, and put the phone away, too, from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. For Heather Williams running our show in studio, and for Caleb Brozick here on camera production for Live Ticket, I'm Brian Oakland, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Once again, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard has the Governors shutting out the Brookings Bobcats tonight in Brookings 48-0. We'll be back with you at 2:30 tomorrow from Aberdeen for Governor Volleyball right here, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.